Hello everybody, hope you all are fabulous. Anyway, I made myself a little compilation, a wee little one, of the Graham Norton show, and I don't know how to say her name because I always thought it was MIRIAM Margolyees, but it's not. I am seeing that's not what that says there. So I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'm going with MIRIAM Margolyees. I don't know. Anyway, everybody says she's like hilarious on this show, and she's like quite kooky and quite fun and has bizarre stories and whatever. I only know her from Harry Potter. That's it. That's all I know her. But that's like enough, right? So anyway, there's like a couple clips. I kind of gathered them, hoping they didn't repeat. And I looked at the thumbnails, and she's not dressed the same in any of the clips. So none of them should repeat. So fingers crossed I got that right. Anyway, it starts out with a 13 million pound drug lord. Whatever that means. Anyway, let's go. Let's do this.
Now, talking of mining people's lives for drama and comedy, MIRIAM Margolyees, things happen to you.
Wait,
people's
he said
lives for drama and comedy. MIRIAM Margolyees.
He said it fast. MIRIAM Margolyees. MIRIAM Margolyees. Isn't that what I said? I think that's what I said at the beginning. Anyway, Harry Potter's there, and someone else and someone else. That's all I got.
Things happen to you. Like, is it your house near Dover?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I do rent my house. And, if you're interested...
Two other people. I mean, she owns
two other people. And it's the nearest house to France.
That's not what I understood. Thank God he explained. I was going the other way.
Which people? I mean, she owns...
And it's the nearest house to France, which is very important in this story. And it's £425 a week, and it sleeps 6 people for 7 nights. It's clean. Is
there a cleaner?
Yes, yes. Anyway, one day I got a call from the police, and they said, "Are you the owner?"
I love how Daniel's just sitting there, just cracking up on his own, like trying not to interrupt, but he like knows. Knows how crazy this woman is.
I got a call from the police, and they said, "Are you the owner of the gun emplacement?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Are you aware that it's been used as a drop for criminals to get rid of their drugs? Or, you know, it's a drug drop." I believe that's the phrase. And...
Oh, man, wait. Damn it. He was too quick to know that. I think that's what it's called. Yes, like, he's very, very aware.
I said, it's a drug drop. I believe that's the phrase. And I said, well, of course I didn't know. What do you mean? And they said, well, people have rented it. They were a gang from Liverpool, I think. And they took my house. And they dropped the drugs in the bay, and there was a helicopter that came on the roof. It's a flat roof, you see. And they had cocaine. They had something like 13 million pounds worth of...
What?
Cocaine.
No, it wasn't like a little thing. This was a massive...
What? 13 million...
Jesus Christ.
of cocaine. I've never taken anything.
No, that was like wholesale.
Oh, wholesale.
Yeah.
Listen, it's wholesale, of course. Well, of course, I was horrified because I didn't know. I mean, I don't have anything to do with the people that rent it.
No.
I just take the money, you know.
Got more.
And I could get more for it because it's really lovely, actually. But what was upsetting to me was when it was reported, of course, in the Daily Mail, all the people online said, oh, she must be in it. You know, she's part of the gang.
Oh, yeah.
And they were calling me Miriam Escobar.
There you go.
And now...
Before we continue with this one. I love how Daniel Radcliffe just let her, like, he was just in the background cracking up, like, let her do her thing. That was just too cute. That guy's adorable. Okay, this one, I don't know if I should read the titles, because mainly, like, titles, especially on YouTube, they always, like, ruin the video. It kind of sucks most of the time. This one seems fine. MIRIAM MARGOLYES. Shocks. Okay, Shocks was story about Laurence Olivier. That's what I'm going with. I don't know who Mr. Laurence is, but I don't think it's important.
Here's the thing, you're on stage in the West End, and obviously people come to see you, and you get confident, you get nervous. But do you get nervous when your family come? Because they don't sugarcoat what they think, do they?
No, my family, they're very supportive, but they don't feel the need to, you know, if they don't like something or they weren't that impressed or they were a bit bored, they'll say. For example, when I did Made in Dagenham, it was a huge deal for me because I'm not really a singer and I've been practicing. And my mum came and she went, the voice has gotten better. But, you know, in a way, it's... She
in a really horrible way. Because, Miriam, now, I'm guessing you don't sugarcoat things. Do you get starstruck when you meet people?
I do sometimes. I remember when I was young, I met Laurence Olivier.
Wow.
That was... I used to collect autographs at the stage door.
I know him.
You know, and he came out, and I remember so distinctly that I started to cream in my knickers. I could feel it. I could actually... I went all funny. That is true. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Wherever we thought that story was going.
Yeah, no.
That isn't it.
I honestly don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable in my life. I think that's the worst moment of my life.
Oh, dear.
It can only get better. So.
Well, that's a lovely story, Miriam. Thank you for sharing. I think that's in the compilation. That's great.
But I think that's a tribute.
No, it's a no greater compliment, Miriam. Yes.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, I couldn't pause. Look at Matthew Perry's face. Like he wasn't even kidding. He's uncomfortable.
But I think that's a tribute.
No, it's a no greater compliment, Miriam. Yes. I think we should all get fans out now.
Yeah, fan yourself.
That's not true.
Because you'll be here, won't you?
I'm going to be here, yes. It's not the Friends reunion that everybody's hoping for.
What is the name of Chandler's father?
That's true. I thought it was gonna be like when they were talking about. First of all, they talked about the Friends reunion for years, and then they, for a very long time, they were like, "Oh, that's not happening. Oh, you know, fans are making it up." Somebody made like a fan-made trailer, grabbing them, you know, older from other things they've done, and kind of like mashed it up and made kind of like a show. Like a trailer for a show, like it looked pretty legit. Like Chandler and Monica were divorced or whatever, like because they just made a mess of it. A lot of people believed it and stuff. And then when the reunion came out, myself and I we were all expecting it to be like a one done episode, maybe longer than just like 20 minutes, like a half an hour or an hour episode of like where the characters are now. Like so many years later, you know, you get to see Monica and Chandler with the kids and Ross and Rachel. Not what they did. And to be completely honest, I thought what they did was quite terrible. It totally sucked. I didn't like it at all. Anyway, that's just because he said what he said.
Others, all-male burlesque.
I actually know that too.
Viva
That's
Las
Viva
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I was particularly pleased that the first story you ever
Okay, where are we now? We are MIRIAM Margolyees knew she was going to be searched naked when she got arrested. Okay, this is a story.
told on the show about 20 years ago is in the book. It's the one where you park on a double yellow line for a few moments. Do you know the story I mean?
Oh, yes, yes. Well, that had its repercussions, of course, because, well, I mean, I parked on a double yellow line in Shaftesbury Avenue. It was the day of the state opening of Parliament, and I rushed up to give an audio tape, because, you know, I do audio tapes, to my agent, and I came downstairs. There was a policeman pasting a parking ticket on my windscreen, and I was just furious because I'd only been there for a minute. And so, I tore it off the windscreen and I said, "You've got a dick that small." Because I thought the best thing is to insult him as quickly as possible.
Of course.
And he took umbrage, didn't like it, and he arrested me for breach of the peace and parking on a double yellow line. And then he called for help from other policemen, and there were lots about because it was the state opening of Parliament, and, you know, they're mingling around. And so I was taken in a police car to Bow Street Police Station. And there I was arraigned, and they said, empty your handbag. And I had a few things in my handbag, and one of them was a packet of peppermints. But they're wrapped in silver paper, you see, and that the detective in charge thought that it was drugs. And he said,
Again?
You know, what...
They're giving this lady a bad rep with drugs. Jeez.
What have we got here, then? That's interesting. And I said, "It's just a packet of peppermints, officer." And he said, "No, I think we better check you out, matron." And he got the matron to come and put me in a room privately. And I knew, because I was sharp, that she was going to give me an internal examination. I just knew that. Nothing had been said, but I knew it. So when she locked the door, she went out for a bit, I took all my clothes off immediately. Well, you would, you know, if you know you're going to be examined. And she came back in and she said, "You've been here before."
Who's that? He looks familiar. I don't know who that is, but I know that face. I can't remember. I don't know.
I said, "I have not been here before." She said, "Yes, you have. How did you know to take your clothes off?" And I said, "Well, I know you're going to examine me, aren't you? They called you matron, so I knew something was afoot." So she said, "Anyway, bend down or lie on the couch or something." And she examined me, my front body and my back body. And, of course, they thought I wouldn't like it.
Gross.
But what is that?
I have no idea how many I put in this compilation, so I don't know when it ends. Anyway, Graham Norton show, blah 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 blah. Lady, blah blah blah. I don't know if I want to read that title, so I don't think I will. We'll just you guys can see it. It's not that small. I mean, you can read that there. There you go. Anyway.
I'm nervous. But what is that? I'm nervous of asking this. But what?
No, please don't be.
Okay.
Because I will answer.
Okay.
I know that's why.
I know those two fellows. It's Jimmy Carr And I don't know the other guy's name, but I know him from a lot of movies.
No, please don't be.
Okay.
Because I will answer.
I know, that's what makes me nervous. Okay, what is the story about you meeting an American man in Cambridge?
When I was a student?
Yes.
Yeah. That was before I was a lesbian. I was just, I was sorting myself out.
Yes.
And as you do at university. And I was on my bike, because we cycled.
Over the cobbles, I would imagine.
Dyke on a bike, and...
Anyone say it?
And we stopped at the traffic lights. And I looked to the left or the right, whatever it was, and there was a car, an open car, with an American soldier inside. And something crazy took hold of me then. You know that feeling.
I've got it right now.
And I said...
he even looked down.
I've got it right now.
And...
Like he's checking himself to see if you can see his feeling. Oh, boy.
I said, would you like to follow me to my college and I'll suck you off?
Great time. Great show. You knew you recognised her from somewhere.
Exactly.
I was still in knee pants at the time. Anyway, go ahead. Finish that story.
I think we know what happened. Right.
Yeah, right.
The really interesting thing was he afterwards, and I should explain, I thought I was being a good girl because a bad girl would have had intercourse.
With a random stranger from the street. For sure.
Well, I still think it was the right thing to do.
I'm sure he felt the same way.
Anyway, after it was all over, he said, could I come back next week? Because I've got some friends here.
I'd like to be on one of your shows that will actually air.
Jimmy Carr's laugh always gets me, dude. You can hear, like, the clapping. I'm trying to keep the levels kind of on the lower side, but the clapping is killing me. I don't hear this at the same volumes you guys hear the video later. It's killing me. It's really, really loud, but it's so loud, and I can still hear Jimmy Carr laughing, and it still freaking gets to me. I love it.
I'm exhausted.
I don't think I have any stories, Graham.
No.
I don't have any stories.
I'm going back to chat show mode. Now, Miriam is a thing. She doesn't like to know who she's coming on with.
Wait, I'm going to turn it down because this is killing me. MIRIAM Margolyees doesn't know who the other guests are. I can see that. I'm looking at the other guests. The lady in red looks familiar, but I can't tell from like this distance and angle or whatever, and I have no idea who the guy in the middle is. Not a clue. Dude, every time she's on, she's wearing something like mega sparkly. Reminds me of my grandma.
Biff. Because last time you liked will.i.am, but you didn't know who will.i.am was, did you?
I actually didn't. And he's charming. He's a most delightful gentleman, really. But unknown to me, that was the thing.
Yes. So how are you doing tonight?
Well...
I have no idea. You'll have seen... Have you ever worked...
I think that's Lily Allen, but I can't see her face properly.
Worked with Dominic. Have you worked with Dominic?
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't, darling, have we?
No, we haven't, actually.
No. But I hope we will.
Yes.
I think I've seen you in the History Boys.
Yes.
I think I saw that.
That's good.
And I can't remember you, but I thought you were...
Very memorable.
No, did you see Mamma Mia? He was very good in Mamma Mia. Did you see that?
That was a dreadful film. Did you think that was a good film?
I can't possibly say no.
Yes! It was fun, Miriam! It was the film of Mamma Mia!
I haven't seen that either because I think it's terrible. I saw the trailers and that was enough for me too. I was like, nope. So,
It was a very popular film with people.
Yes. That's all we can hope for, Miriam, really. We dream of making things that are popular with people.
She's embarrassed.
Wasn't that the one with the family?
I can't believe after all the stories I heard, she was like way owning up to them. She's like super comfortable and confident telling all the bizarre things I heard, and she legit looks embarrassed there. When she just made it so much worse on her own.
Wasn't that the one where the family came to see you making it, Dominic? It was the first time your family came to see you.
Yeah, that was the first time they saw me do any filming work, and the particular point that they came in to yes, that's that monstrosity I was wearing. That is. Do you not remember that bit? You'd stopped watching it by then. That happened at the end. They came and saw me and saw that that's where I was heading in life, and I'm not sure what they exactly thought of it. But I think Pierce, that when we were wearing those things, felt slightly more uncomfortable because we were in the same building that James Bond was filming. So as Daniel Craig, just on the year they'd sort of changed over. So as we were walking across the parking lot wearing those, Daniel Craig was pulling up in an Aston Martin, particularly cool. So I didn't feel quite as bad.
And Lily Allen, pop star. I mean, you will know Lily's songs. I promise you will.
Darling, I'm 72. I don't know about songs.
She doesn't look 72. I mean, she doesn't look 20, but I was going for mid-60s, not 72.
Songs and singing, but I know you're highly admired. I do know that.
Yeah, see? Yes. Unlike Dominic, I guess. Dominic, nothing.
Anything like that.
Yeah, you're in a horrible film. I don't remember the other one, but Lily, everyone loves you.
There you go. I don't know if I have one more. Nope. I was confused because I had my reasons. Anyway. Okay, I can see why everybody has been suggesting this. She's a hoot and a half. Bizarre lady. Jeez. She reminded me of my grandma at times with certain things. Not exactly certain things she said. Thank God. But the way she said certain things. It just brought flashbacks of my grandma. And I miss her, so that was fun. But, wow. Okay. Dude, I don't get how people have such, like, crazy lives. Like, I got Bob up there in the first corner and stuff, and just, how do people have these kinds of stories? Like, just, how do these things happen to these people? It's weird. I can't imagine living a life where these stories are just like, oh yeah, that was last Tuesday. Just like Bob's kind of stories, and just several of these comedians, like, is it because you're a comedian? Or is she a comedian? Is she considered a comedian? Let's just say for the sake of argument that she is. Is it just that funny things and bizarre things happen to comedians just because they're comedians? And then the next day they'll be able to tell the story in, like, a hilarious way? Like, how does it work? I want to know. Because nothing that bizarre or weird or funny ever happens to me. My stories are lame, yo. Anyway, there you go. Ta-da! That was an experience. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I mean, there has to be something in there. if you didn't laugh, there had to be some shock and awe factor, because that was a wild ride, people. Anyway, guys, whatever you're off to do, I hope you have a fabulous one. I'm actually liking the idea of these little stories on the Graham Norton show. I don't know many celebrities, or frankly, I don't care about, most of them. But when I was looking for her, I saw that Ricky Gervais was on, and I saw, I've seen Rod and Lee Mack be on, and they're people that I would be interested in watching them tell stories and stuff. So I think I'm gonna look for more. Anyway, for now, that is it. I am off. Toodles, ladies and gentlemen. I shall be around.